Part of the Robots Club here that we meet here on every second Saturday. We're part of the club. The club is called RSSC, which is, I forget all the term, but anyway, it's Robot Society of Southern California. So anyway, we have different contests every month and stuff. And so one of our contests was pick up a can, and like it's the one that can do it the fastest. And it's basically, the refrigerator is a box, a square on the ground, and we put it in there, and it has to get the can out of the box without going inside the box. So anyway, that's one thing it'll do, and it does a few other things, but I just like to kind of show, because I also teach Boy Scouts the Merit Badge for how to build robots, so they can build little ones this big. So anyway, I'll show you real quick some of the things it does. The first thing it'll do is it'll talk. So this is a synthesized voice.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so that's electronic sound. That's not recording or anything. That's electronic, where you have to type in every hexadecimal value into it to give it to have it say something. Okay, so the next thing it'll do is this, it'll play music.
Music.
So now it's closing relays inside and setting it up, and then it'll play the same as an MP3 sound. Now, people say this robot looks like some other robots that they've seen before. So, some say, I think if you had R2-D2 and Wally have a child, this is what it would look like. Okay, so I don't know how it's going to do on this card thing, but we'll see how it does here. Let's see here. Okay, so we'll see how it does. Sometimes you need a smoother floor, but this it might work here. If I put the cup here, and it has a little trouble when I travel, and sometimes it messes up, so we'll see how it does here.
Red can.
Okay, it's trying to find a red can. I didn't bring a red can. It's not rolling very good on these carpeting, so I'm not sure it'll do all the directions. It's a little bit sluggish right now.
Red can.
It might work. Let's see how it's going. Sometimes it's real rough on the cans. But that's autonomous. You guys know what autonomous is. That's on radio control. That's doing it all by itself. But anyway, it does a few other little things. But just to give you an idea, using an Arduino board. You guys know what Arduino is, right? Yes. It's a little circuit board you can buy like at Radio Shack and places. So I use an Arduino board in it, and the shell is. There used to be a robot about 15, 20 years ago that was called Robo-Scout. So I found a broken one, so I took all the guts out of it and just left the motors and the wheels, and I gave it arms, and I gave it a head. It all used to have LEDs right here, and I used a sieve right here. This is a massager, and these are webcams.
Oh, that's funny.
That's pretty much, if you find enough stuff lying in the garage, you can make a robot. These are distance sensors right here. Those are like ping sensors. So I don't know if there's any questions, but I just thought I'd show it since I brought it today.
Woohoo!
Are ping sensors using IR?
Yeah, well, what they do is the ping sensors are, what this does is send a sound wave that's higher than our hearing, and it'll bounce off an object, like something maybe within 100 feet or so, and when it bounces off the object, which is that can, it bounces back, it comes to the other side, and that it does by calculation to figure out how far away it is. So
Does it have a battery or something?
Yeah, it has a battery, like a motorcycle battery in it, because it uses a lot of power. It can run probably, the way I'm showing it now, it can last all day, but if you had it running continuously, it might only last an hour. So it has a battery about that big. So it has, I can show you some of the other things. It has different motors that do different things. It has 6 degrees of freedom on the, let's see. It has 6 degrees of freedom on this arm. So it can rotate, it can turn this way, it has fingers, and then it has an elbow here, and then it has a shoulder, but I'm not gonna have the shoulder moved because it's kind of uses a lot of power, but the shoulders are moved like this. So it has 6 degrees on that side, and this side is 3 degrees of freedom. You guys know what degrees of freedom is? If you, on your arm, you have 7 degrees of freedom. You have like this way, then you have your elbow, then you have your hand, your wrist, and this way. So you have like 7 different angles you can move. And so that's like a motor for each one of these.
Can it give me a massage?
No, that's the next change. Have to do another engineering change to it first. So anyway, I want to inspire you guys.